Chris, congratulations. You're set to make your second Test match appearance in the first Ashes Test at Trent Bridge. What was it like when you got the nod?
Yeah, pretty exciting. Hopeful that I was going to play in the first Test. So when Darren came and said that I was going to open, that was it was a good moment, and very satisfied that I get that opportunity, but very privileged as well.
So when you got picked in the squad initially, did you think that you were certain to play, or did you just think maybe you were in the squad to lend some of your experience to the rest of the team?
No, I was pretty hopeful of playing. I didn't feel like they were going to pick an older guy to come and get experience, I guess. So I think there's a good role for me to play in this series, and hopefully I can start well and really build into it.
What do you bring to the team? You've got a bucketload of experience both here and abroad. It must be something that you can help contribute to the team.
Yeah, I think you answered the question, but but no, hopefully I can bring some experience and maybe a calm head. I guess I've been around for a while now, so have a little bit of experience over here. So yeah, hopefully I can lead from the front and really set the game up for us.
What can we expect to experience at Trent Bridge? You played there plenty of times.
Yeah, it's a wicket that offers a bit of assistance to the quicks. I think there's always a little bit of seam in there, but equally so, it's a fast outfield and can be a high scoring ground if you can get in. But the job is really at the beginning of your innings as a batsman. So it's going to be a big challenge, but if we do well at the top, then I think we can really capitalise on it.
Through your career, your technique changes the more you learn about cricket. What have you picked up playing England county cricket?
Yeah, it's different over here. The Duke's ball makes it a little bit harder at times, particularly early on in innings. It tends to swing and seam a bit more, so you really have to watch it, particularly that last metre. So just playing as late as possible and being in control of your shot really. But it is fast scoring over here, so if you get in, you can go and get big scores. So the challenge will be early, but definitely if we can, we'll cash in.
I know we talked about it earlier today, but had you given up hope? It's tough when you go out there and continue to score runs upon runs upon runs. You're the only other guy that scored 300s in the first class competition in Australia last year was Ricky Ponting. So did you think that just keep making runs and the door might always be open?
There's been times where it's been pretty difficult, but I love the game. I love my life, and I'm highly competitive. So I like to go out and do as well as I can. And I just felt if I could keep my standards high and score more runs than anybody else, then maybe one day it'll be impossible to ignore. So it seems to have come around that way, and I've got nothing to lose here. I can just go out and fight as hard as possible, and as I said, hopefully do a really good job for Australia.
What's it been like being amongst the Australian squad again?
Yeah, fantastic. The guys have been particularly good to me. Very welcoming, and I think I wasn't really a part of the squad under Mickey, but it seems a nice relaxed environment under Darren, and he's brought a lot of calmness. So it's been enjoyable, and it's going to be important that we play well, and if we do that, then it'll be a good place to be around, no doubt.
Can you touch on a bit more about Darren as a coach? I know you've only been with him for a week, but has he given you any more insight in those last couple of days?
Yeah, I guess for me, there's not a lot of coaches who've had more experience than I have. So sometimes it's hard to learn from some of them. But with Darren, he brings that package as well, and that's great for someone like me, because you're always learning in this game, and to have a legend like Lehmann, who scored loads of runs in games that I played against him, is fantastic, and for everyone. And me also.
I was going to say, he's probably one of the other few guys that have scored more domestic runs than you at the same age. So great leader to have around.
Yeah, he's a different player to me. He was a bit of a freak, to be honest. I saw him score a 300, and in his last 2 games he got 130 not out in a 1-day game against us, and then 150 in the 4-day game the following game. So he got carried off both games as well. But yeah, he's an amazing player, and not only that, his personality, makes it a relaxed, calm environment off the field, and then a very competitive one on the field, and I think that's important for us.
Your first test was a number of years ago now. Can you remember what that was like, and how much you've learned since then?
Yeah, I mean, I guess people say it's a bit of a blur, your first test, and it was. I just remember the intensity being, something that I'd never experienced. But I think I'm lucky I've had that now, so it's out of the way. I can get on and really focus on my job and not worry about exterior things, but external things. But yeah, it was a long time ago, and I think I'm a better player now. I'm in a better position, so hopefully I can make this opportunity count.
So I'm not 100% across this, but wear glasses, and are you colourblind as well?
I am, yeah, short-sighted and colourblind, yeah, and red hair, so yeah, great combination.
So, I mean, does that make you have to concentrate even harder on the ball? I mean, I guess you don't really know any different.
No, I mean, I guess my eyes have been an issue at times, but it's something I've grown up with, so I've had to adapt. Sometimes at the smaller grounds with trees in the background can be pretty difficult, or even things like green seats, but you just get used to it, I think, and there hasn't been too many issues.
The English team, you've played against them at different levels throughout your career. Who are you to look out for?
Yeah, I don't think it's any secret. I think their bowling attack all round is fantastic, and in Anderson and Swad, they've got two real leaders of world cricket. Saying that, Broads can be on his day, he can be a handful, and Finney, I've seen Finney bowl some amazing spells, so that's going to be a challenge for us, but it's not impossible by any means, and their batters, they've shown over the last few years that they're solid, and they've got real weapons, but I just think it means that as a team we're going to have to play well collectively, and individuals have to stand up, and if we do that, I think we'll be hard to beat. Is
there anyone in our squad that you've been particularly surprised with, or someone that you've just gone, that you've seen up close and gone, wow, this guy's got something else?
Yeah, I mean, I watched my new opening batsman partner bat, and I think he's an exceptional talent. To be able to hit the ball the way he does, very few people can in Shane Watson. So I'm expecting big things from him. He seems in a very happy place, and his game looks in good order. And hopefully him and I can work well together. But apart from that, I think with the ball we've got a good attack, and if Starkey gets it to swing, he'll be dangerous. Jimmy Pattinson's he's a fantastic athlete. And the other one I think is Ryan Harris. I think he's but from playing against him, I think he's world class. So if he plays a lot for us and plays well, then he's going to make a difference.
You talked about your new opening partner, Shane Watson there. He's an attacking batsman. He was probably sort of noted as more of a defensive player, with all due respect. How do you see you two working together?
Well, I think it's a good thing. I think it's he's a tall right-hander and I'm a short left-hander, so it gives a little bit of balance as well. Aggressive and defensive, and makes the bowlers change their lines and their length. So if we bat well together, I think we will score runs at a decent rate, and then the pressure's going to be back on England. And not only that, I think it's important for us that we set the middle order up, because they're aggressive players, and if they're in at the right time, then we can really get on top of England.
And finally, you're going to be at the crease watching the bowler come in for your first ball. What's the one thing you're going to be thinking of going through your head?
I'll have a couple of rituals I'll keep to myself, but yeah, I mean it's just going to be pretty simple. I think that's going to be the thing, is to try and block out all the other things that are going on and just focus on what's coming down at me. So if I do that, like I have done for the whole of my career, then I think I'll be okay.
Bye.